Full Velocity TV begins now.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for the wildest thrill ride of your life. So grab a snack and sit back because we're about to throw it down.
We've got the best three-wide action door-to-door racing on the turn number 4 you'll find on iRacing, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
We are about to crown tonight's champion, and it's time to let her dig.
We're restacked and repacked up a turn number 4. Who's it gonna be? Good evening and welcome to Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSport racing here tonight. The DWRL Pro Late Model Tour brought to you in part by X91 Motorsports Tyson Pankow, sponsoring this event here this evening here at the USA International Speedway. But before we get into all the racing action here tonight, we're going to send the thing down trackside for the playing of our national anthem. So let me rephrase that as we come back from the national anthem. Jack correcting me here on the call. It actually Bulletproof Motorsports is tonight's sponsor here tonight. So thank you to Casey Brunson and Bulletproof Motorsports. Jumping the gun there for X91 next week. Apologize to you guys out there, as I'm already a week ahead of myself. Heat race number 1 already coming to post down there on the starting grid. And it's going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the number 10 machine, that is Racing Jason Salter. His days of brother outside, driving the number 61. That is a Bulletproof Motorsports car. That is Josh Peacock. Inside row number 2 is the number 91 of Tyson Pankow. Outside him, it'll be the 117 of Derek Debris. Inside row number 3, that'll be the 311 of Justin Holt. And outside of him, it'll be Henry Jones aboard the number 25. Inside row number 4, that is the number 22. That is Christopher Carman. And Brandon Culp aboard the 122. We will roll off in position number 8. 8 cars we called for. It looks like so far we have 7 out there on the Speedway. Just waiting to see if Brandon is going to roll out there onto the track and see if we're going to get ready to race with him or not. Or if he's exited stage left there and can't make the call here. We're going to see what's happening. Nope, going to have 7 cars out there. So Brandon Colt not answering the call there aboard the number 122 machine. So Racing Jason Salter aboard the number 10, the Trash Painter Graphics number 10, the X91 Motorsports number 10, I should say. And you have Bulletproof Motorsports, the number 61 of Josh Peacock on the outside, that JP Designs on the side of that car. Then the third row back, another X91 Motorsports Trash Painted Graphics sponsored car, the number 91 of Tyson Pankow. Derek Debris in the 117 machine trying to get a look at his car here as he comes down through. A nice looking car there, American flag on the 117. POW MIA on the hood of that car. A nice patriotic paint scheme for the 117. Justin Holt aboard the 3-1, small little one there on the side of that car. Trying to give the sponsors a shout out here. Henry Jones in the 25 machine. CI Racing I flag, DOD on the side of that number 25 machine. And Christopher Carman here in the number 22. Here running down through. Nice looking skin for him too. Pretty slick looking skin. It seems junkyard on the side of that one. So as we get ready, locked and loaded here, trying to get my bearings back. Been a little bit of time, I had a little bit of time off here over the last couple of days, trying to get my water system going here in the household. Things just going awry, of course, like normal here. It's always chaotic, and if I'm not on the edge of being stressed out, I guess there's no life for me. So, gotta always be stressed out here and get ready for racing action here at the Full Velocity on the Full Velocity Racing Network here, USA International Speedway, waiting for that green flag to unfurl off of turn at number 4. iRacing I flag, green flags in the air. We're racing with the DWRL Dirt Warrior Racing League Pro Late Model Tour with Racing Jason Salter leading the charge down into turn number 1. Josh Peacock right now running in that second spot. Peacock now looking to the bottom. Side-by-side battle with the number 10 machine as they're going for the top spot. 10 laps will be the distance here in the heat racing action here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. All pink here for the month of October as we do breast cancer awareness for the whole month here. On the right-hand side, you see the logo, see a lot of the cars here forming into that too. In their own right, there are going to be different cars in the street stock division. Then you'll see pink. Late models, don't see a lot of pink late models out there tonight. Maybe they'll get in tune here with us here in October. We'll wait and see as Peacock takes over the race lead from the number 61 machine. The number 10, the Racing Jason Salter sitting second, and X91 running in that third spot. Fourth is Derek Debris here with a highly contested battle with the 311 of Justin Holt. So Peacock trying to put some distance between himself and those two X91 Motorsports cars, the number 10 and the number X91. He's trying to run away and hide there, trying to be everything. I see CCM Designs on the side of the 61 too. It's Tim Cummings, a great sponsor here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. A longer track here is USA. Here comes Salter way down to the bottom. He's diving there pretty deep. Going to get the traction down there. Going to lose a couple more car lengths to the number 61 of Josh Peacock. So the 61 continues to lead the race. The number 10 of Racing Jason running in that second spot. Tyson Pankow third. Let's see if we can find another battle out there on the Speedway. Still waging war there. The 311 of Holt. And then you got the 117 of Derek Debris. Debris on the outside there as Debris trying to get into the fourth position there. He was that time. By as we are halfway home. 5 hit and 5 to go here at heat race number 1. Look believe there was 22 to 23 cars here tonight. It might be a little bit high there, but an average field here. We usually average 23 to 24 cars. So anything in the high 20s is a pretty good field here at the DWRL Racing Pro Late Model Series, and doing a fantastic job here every week on a Sunday night. Watching these guys go to battle. Got to thank everybody for tuning in to Full Velocity Racing Network. Whether you're on YouTube, Twitch, or even Facebook Live, we were on time like we always are here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, and still continue on going here, ticking away as Josh Peacock still leading this event in the number 61 machine. Jason Salter running second. Third is still Tyson Pankow. The top three has not changed at all. So we're going to maintain with the battle here with the third for the fourth spot there between Justin Holt and the number 117 of Derek Debris. Debris keeps looking to the outside here, trying to hold on to the top fourth spot, trying to get around that 311 machine to go across that start finish line. 2 more laps around the speedway, so popsicle sticks in the air for heat race number 1. And it's been all Josh Peacock here, besides the really start of it there where Salter led the very first lap. But Josh Peacock just a commanding lead now, 1.016 over Jason Salter. The battle still waging here for the fourth spot. Derek Debris right now currently running in fourth. Justin Hull wants it here as we enter the final lap, as Josh Peacock already motoring down the back straightaway here, down into turn number 3. Peacock, the Bulletproof Motorsports CMC Designs, Custom Designs. Josh Peacock going to take down the victory here off of turn number 4. Second going to go to Jason Salter. Third, Tyson Pankow, Derek Debris, Justin Holt. Then you have Henry Jones, Christopher Coleman. Round out your 7 cars that started this event. Microphone staying a little bit shut off on there for a minute, trying to figure out why it shut off there, but we're all good here. Full Velocity Racing Network, heat race number 2, getting ready to come to post, already on the starting grid and rolling away. Starting on the pole, driving the 124, fresh off being at the stadium down in Tennessee, watching the Buffalo Bills take down a victory here today. Bills Mafia for Brett Rolls, the 17 machine. Going to start on the pole. Outside of him being the number 97, that's the Big Monkey. That's Rocky Battenfield. Inside row number 2, that is Stephen Moore aboard the number 73. And another Buffalo Bills fan, the 115 of Eric Tepper. So hopefully those guys are really excited here coming into this race. Rolling off in the 5th spot, the number 51, that's Justin Gledhill. Welcome back to Justin Gledhill aboard the number 51. And Jacob Lassiter aboard the 051, going to roll off in position number 6. Rolling off 7th to be Caleb briefly in the 32 machine, and then Steve Robbins in the 073 going to roll off in position number 8. 8 cars we call for. We have all 8 cars answering the call. Here's the number 17 of Brett Rolls going to lead the charge here tonight. He's won 2 races here so far this season. Can he make it another win here? So far it's been all hard motorsports atop the board. We've had the first 2 wins by Brett Rolls, and then the 115 of Eric Chopper has took the first 3 events here of the season. So we'll see if our motorsports is going to be continuing on with their 4-peat now. They're going to try to win 4 races in a row, whether it's Brett Rolls, Eric Tupper in the field here tonight. We'll see if those guys are going to be able to do it, or is somebody else going to be able to do it. Bulletproof Motorsports has some stout cars out there in the field. You can't count out anybody out there. X91 Motorsports, Jason Salter, those guys come out towards the end. Tyson Pankow. I mean, there's so many great teams out there. Team DWR, I mean, that's kind of where it all started. Those guys you can't count out either. It's iRacing iFlag, green flags in the air. And the 17 of Brett Rolls leads it down here into turn 1 and 2. The Tennessee Tumbler, the 17R, right now holding on to the top spot over Rocky Battenfield, the Big Monkey, in that 97B machine all over the rear bumper. Great racing action here throughout the field. Now we're starting to see some pink plate models there. Rocky Battenfield, 73 is Stephen Moore, another pink plate model there. A lot of these guys just coming fresh out of the shop. the 115 of Eric Tupper. He's out there in his original skin, but trying to do a rather good job there. Justin Gledhill in the 51 machine, the new car for him. A nice looking car there for the 51 machine. I have to say that. Heartland Harley Davidson, the sponsor aboard that number 51 machine. So thank you to Justin Gledhill. Nice looking paint scheme out there. Flying the colors, the banner here for the Wednesday Night Street Fights main sponsor, Heartland Harley Davidson. Brett Rolls continues to lead this one here with the 17R machine. And then second, Rocky Battenfield right there in tow. Those guys have put a little bit of distance between themselves and the driver of the number 73 machine, Stephen Moore. Moore right now running in third. Eric Tupper running fourth. Fifth is the 051 machine of Jacob Lassiter. Lassiter right now just in front of Justin Gledhill in the 51. So the battle of the 51s has been waging there for a couple of laps. We're getting ready to come up on halfway home here at heat race number 2. Brett Rolls coming up on that is 5 in. It's going to be 5 in and 5 to go for the 17R machine. He's being contested though with the 97B machine. He looks to the bottom side there a couple different times. Battenfield trying to get around the 17R machine. Is he going to be able to do it? We'll have to wait and see as he dives there in pretty deep there. Dirty Grass Soul on the sponsor of that 97B also. And he's up alongside of Brett Rolls down the back straightaway here to turn number 3. Maybe a slider through 3 and 4 is Rocky Battenfield. Normally a really fast guy in the street stocks, showing some muscle here in the late models too. As Battenfield still working over the bottom there as they dive off into turn number 1 with 4 laps remaining. Battenfield kind of edges out the 17R as we're sitting right now. Coming down that back straightaway, it's Rocky Battenfield to the race lead. So we're looking at Rocky Battenfield running down higher into turn number 1. Brett Rolls seems to be a little bit slower here tonight. Probably not one of his favorite tracks, so we'll see what happens to him, the current points leader here in the DWRL Pro Late Model Series. The 73 of Stephen Moore running in third. Eric Tupper running fourth. Again, thank you to the sponsor, Bulletproof Motorsports, here tonight. Casey Brunson, the sponsor here with the Bulletproof Motorsports gang, and that's what we're going to call it here tonight. Bulletproof Motorsports, the proud sponsor here with the USA International Speedway. So again, Rocky Battenfield has walked away from the 17R as soon as he got by him there. We're going to see white silk up in the air for the driver of the 97B, the big monkey, Rocky Battenfield. He dives her off into turn number 1, rolls almost 1.5 seconds back there of the 97B machine. Stephen Moore still running in that third spot. But Rocky Battenfield coming down through turn number 3 and off of turn number 4, picking up heat race number 2. It's going to belong to Rocky Battenfield. And that 97B, second going to go to Brett Rolls, Stephen Moore, Eric Tupper, Jacob Lassiter, Steve Robbins. Then you got Justin Gledhill and Gallup in the 32 machine going to round your 8 cars. So this should be the third and final heat race here of the evening for the DWRL Pro Late Model Tour. And it's going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the number 8 machine. That is Austin Miners. Outside him will be Kyle Surratt aboard the number 18 machine. Inside row number 2 in the third starting position, that's Rick Gibson aboard the number 38 Har Motorsports car. And then Eric Eichstead, the Voodoo Child, the number 12 machine, going to roll off in position number 4. Rolling off fifth will be the number 11 machine of Kyle Moore and his dance brother outside the 631. That's Alex Cummings. Jim Revis scheduled to start shotgun on the field. We're going to see if he's going to be able to roll off here. And then number 21 machine, I don't think he's going to be able to do so. So we're going to call for 7 cars out there, and we're only going to get 6. Here at heat race number 3. Going to make the A main, so if Jim decides to roll off, he'll make the A main. Going to have to start shotgun on the field, which necessarily probably not a bad thing for the 21 machine. I'd like to see him come through the field. That's why I say necessarily not a bad thing, because see what he's got. I know he's not as keen on some of these Pro Late models and modified for that matter, but he really gives it a go, and he really looks good normally. And then that number 21 machine. So we're waiting for the iRacing I-Flag green flag to come out. So we got one more lap before heat race number 3 comes there. So the Team Elite number 8 machine of Austin Miners and Bulletproof Motorsports number 18 of Kyle Surratt. Then you got Hard Motorsports. Then you got Team DWR. And you got the number 11 of Kyle Moyer and another Bulletproof Motorsports. iRacing I-Flag, green flag in the air. Team Elite number 8, Austin Miners, leads them down here to turn number 1. Kyle Surratt running in that second spot. Here comes the number 38, peeking down to the bottom side. That's Rick Gibson. Gibson in that number 38 machine trying to let her dig down to the bottom there, but there's been not a lot of forward bite there all night long as Surratt develops a little bit of a push over there in the corner. As the 38 of Rick Gibson tail slaps him just a tad bit. Kyle Surratt into the wall there pretty hard. And Surratt going to keep her going though. The Voodoo Child, Eric Eichstead down to the bottom side by side. That's a battle for the 3rd spot. That door was left wide open there by the tail slap of the number 38 of Rick Gibson. I don't think Gibson knew the 18 was there still, and that's what happened to poor old Kyle Surratt, but still running in that 3rd spot. Eric Eichstead running in 4th. Caleb Ramsey right now running in that 5th spot. Or not Caleb Ramsey, Alex Cummings. Where's Caleb Ramsey coming from? No Caleb Ramsey here today. That's kind of weird. But maybe that's because I've seen him out in the chat here earlier. The number 8 of Austin Miners continues the lead. Rick Gibson all over his rear bumper. See if he can be able to get by. So those guys are pretty close together. You can throw a blanket over them here off of the turn here as they enter the back straightaway. And one of those guys should come out here still with the race lead. Still going to be Austin Miners. Still leading it down into turn number 3. Is Rick Gibson all over the rear bumper, but just not quite fast enough to do anything there to make a pass on that number 8 machine. And Caleb Ramsey, yeah, I thought I seen you out there, so that's why I mentioned your name. See, I see you out there, and not used to seeing you out in the stands. Caleb Ramsey parked the car here tonight. Well, Austin Miners, your current race leader, the 38 of Gibson, still running in that 2nd spot. As Gibson now goes to the outside. Man, the Cowboys getting tortured on the TV screen to the left of me, so I feel bad for Phil. He takes the nights off on Sunday to watch football. His team's the Cowboys, and they are getting absolutely destroyed here tonight, 31-3. So we'll get back to the racing action, though. Austin Miners, your race leader, Rick Gibson, going to be in that 2nd spot now, being contested with Kyle Surratt. Surratt looks to the bottom side once again, trying to wrestle away that 2nd spot from the number 38 machine. Not able to do so as they enter here into the corner. As now Surratt dives her back down to the bottom here off of turn number 4. Surratt going to try to take off to position number 2. It looks like he's going to be able to do so. 3 laps remain at the USA International Speedway. Guys fighting pretty good here through the track here. Austin Miners is way up the track, leaving the door wide open here over turns 1 and 2. So Miners allowed the 18 of Kyle Surratt to catch him. Their 3rd is the 38 of Rick Gibson. Oh, contact, and around goes the Team Elite number 8 machine of Austin Miners. Guess who the benefactor of that was? Rick Gibson. And the 38 machine gets the white flag. So Rick Gibson, man, to the race lead. Austin Miners running 2nd there in the number 8 machine. Here comes Eric Eichstead down to the bottom there, side by side for the 2nd spot. Off of turn number 4 as he's getting ready to come through turn 4. And winner of heat race number 3 going to be Rick Gibson. Going to take down the victory. 2nd going to go to Austin Miners. 3rd going to go to Eric Eichstead. 4th Kyle Surratt, Alex Cummings, and Kyle Moyer. Round out your 6 cars here in heat race number 3. How many of you guys ready out there in YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch? How many are ready for this race here? A main. 40 laps will be the distance. USA International Speedway DWRL Racing League. Here is brought to you in part by Bulletproof Motorsports here tonight. Big shout out to Bulletproof Motorsports and Casey Brunson bringing down a sponsor here for this particular race to keep us on air here. As we get ready, locked and loaded here. And the guys are starting to roll away. The live grid going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the number 61 machine. That is Josh Peacock. Outside of him will be the number 97. That's the big monkey, Rocky Battenfield. Inside row number 2, that's the number 38 machine. That is Rick Gibson. It's Jason Burrell outside. That will be racing Jason Salter aboard the X91 Motorsports number 10 machine. Inside row number 3, that will be the number 17 machine, the 17R. That is our current points leader here in the series. That is Brett Rolls, his dancing partner out there. The Team Elite number 8 machine, rolling off in position number 6. Rolling off 7th will be the X91 of Tyson Pankow. And outside him will be the number 73 of Stephen Moore. Rolling off in the 9th position, that's the Voodoo Child himself, the driver of the number 12, the BladeNote.com number 12. That is Eric Eichstedt. And outside him will be the 117 of Derek Debris. Inside row number 6, in the 11th starting position, that's the 115 of Eric Tupper. Rolling off 12th will be Kyle Surratt aboard the number 18 machine. Rolling off 13th will be the 311 machine of Justin Holt. Then you got Jacob Lassard aboard the 051, going to roll off in position number 14. Rolling out 15th will be the number 631 of Alex Cummings, and Henry Jones will be his dancing part of the outside, and the number 25 machine in 16th. Rolling out 17th will be Steve Robbins aboard the 073, and Kyle Moyer aboard the number 11, rolling off 18th. Rolling off 19th will be the 22 of Christopher Carmen, and Justin Gledhill going to roll off in position number 20. Rolling off 21st will be Jim Revis and Brennan Culp aboard the number 122, going to roll off in position number 22. Rolling off 23 will be Caleb in the number 32 machine. 23 cars we called for.
Got
we're
20.
Missing Jim Revis. We're missing Christopher Carmen and Brandon. Those guys not out there, not answering the call. 20 cars, 40 laps is the distance. iRacing iFlag, green flags in the air. And the number 61 of Josh Peacock leads the charge down into turn number 1. You get to see Jack. You get to hear Jack over the system here tonight. Is the yellow flag going to fly for the first time here? The Hanover Record Service yellow flag going to come out here on lap number 1. We'll see what happened here. I'll bring out this yellow flag. So we're going to go back here. It's going to start with the number 25 machine of Henry Jones, and I believe the 11 of Kyle Moyer, as everything gets crossed up in front of him. And around goes the number 25 in the notch. That is Henry Jones. TV time for Henry Jones. Probably not the TV time he wanted, though, as he pulls back here and gets it in front of the pace truck and going to join the tail end of the field there. And then number 25 machine.
And I told you, Todd, my game's not flashing.
So Jack's sitting here in the background, and you probably could hear him come over here now. But Jack talking about how we've had him here the last couple of Sunday nights, and what's happening is his game's been flashing, and under stress load, whatever is going on, he hasn't been able to broadcast. So I decided tonight that we would take a different course, and I would go announce and run the controls at the same time, give Jack the break till the street stocks. And he's saying that he's not blinking here tonight. So, man, what a difference here in a week. I know he'll have a new system coming to him his way as soon as I ship it out. He'll have my backup system. So we'll know that he'll be good. He's got some RAM that he can put into that backup system. I mean, he should have a pretty decent system after the end of this one. So can't wait to see what his pictures look here coming up. As we get locked and loaded here.
Where'd you go, Todd?
Just right back at you guys as I'm rivaling in pain right now. But my arm just got bent back, and sorry for the little bit of a delay. So I'm in just a tad bit of pain right now. Tears are coming to my eyes, so I know I'm in pain. So we're going back through the yellow flag here, and I'm going to work my way through this.
It was Austin Miners and
Miners.
a couple other people, but we had a turtle.
So Austin Miners here. Something happened coming amiss to him. So we're waiting to see what happened here. If I can get my
Pretty sure that's who it was.
getting my bearings straight here. Austin Miners here on the original restart here, coming down off into the corner. And now the number 12 machine makes contact there. And then, oh boy, Austin Miners goes for a ride. And, yep, Turtle by the number 8 machine of Austin Miners. As he's going to join the tail of the field. Is the number 8 of Austin Miners here. Tough break for him. We'll see if he can get it rocking and rolling here. He had a really fast piece in the heat race. So the cars gather back up, and hopefully now my arm is not being twisted back. I'll be all right. And my left arm, we've been having a lot of trouble with my left arm, so my left wrist and arm. So now we're back going. The number 61 machine of Josh Peacock, your current race leader. Rocky Battenfield running in that second spot. Third is Jason Salter. Rick Gibson running in fourth. Fifth is Tyson Pankow. Brett Rolls is running in that sixth spot. Seventh is Stephen Moore. Derek Debris running 8th, and Justin Holt running 9th. Steve Robbins running in that 10th spot, as that is your top 10 right now. 11th through 15th will be Eric Tupper, Kyle Moyer, Alex Cummings, Justin Glenhill, and then you got Kyle Surratt running 15th. Running 16th will be Eric Eichstadt, Henry Jones 17th, 9th, or 18th, Jacob Laster, and Austin Miners going to be in 19th. Get ready to go back to racing here in just a few moments. Again, the number 61 of Josh Peacock, Bulletproof Motorsports. Right
We are
now,
racing.
your race leader is, yeah, I guess we are racing out there on the Speedway. I'm not ahead here, as it is Josh Peacock, your current race leader. Rocky Battenfield running second. Jason Salter running in that third spot. Fourth is Rick Gibson. Fifth is Brett Rolls here, as a 17R is your current points leader. Rolls right now running in that fifth spot. So we're on lap 13 to 40, not quite halfway here. For these drivers out there on the Speedway, already have been slowed by 2 Hanover Record Service yellow flags here. Got to thank everybody for tuning in to Full Velocity Racing Network. Sorry for all the technical difficulties that are going on here with my person, I should say. Not anything to do with the video, so you don't get to hear my voice here every once in a while. There's a lot of commotion going on in the background, and then I had, like I said, some issues with my arm. I got wrenched on there, so I had to scream and yell. I didn't want you guys to hear that over the broadcast. So the 61 of Josh Peacock, still your current race leader. Rocky Battenfield running second. Third is Jason Salter now. Trash Painted Graphics, number 10 machine. running pretty good there in third. Rick Gibson running a solid fourth there, the number 38. Then you got Brett Rolls running fifth. Sixth is Tyson Pankow and Steve Moore running seventh. We're looking to see what Steve Moore is doing here on the screen. Nice pink car out there for breast cancer awareness. And he dived it in pretty deep. This track is usually pretty decent for everybody to get separated here and put on a good show. But Josh Peacock really laying down some pretty good numbers. 2.183 last time. By now 2.993 or 21.993 I should say. Last time by for Josh Peacock. So pretty good run there for the Bulletproof Motorsports number 61 of Josh trying to run away and hide here from the 97 to Rocky Badfield. Here comes the number 10, the racing Jason Salter. Battle for the second spot. Slide job on the 97B. Salter goes to the second spot. Here comes Rick Gibson. Gibson now moves in the third. So Rick Gibson now to the third spot in the number 38 machine. Badfield starting to drift back just a tad bit. And then number 97B. So let's take a look. What do you guys think? Let's take a look on board here. We're going to go Monstar Productions onboard camera with the driver. Let's go with Brett Rolls here, your current points leader. So we'll go on board with him and take a full lap around the USA as we enter turn one. That's going to do it there. Just showing you what the 17R does around the USA International Speedway. Your current points leader here at the DWRL Pro Late Model Tour. Tonight's race being brought to you in part by Bulletproof Motorsports here. Casey Brunson coming aboard there for the sponsorship for Bulletproof. And it's, tell you what, the Bulletproof driver dominating there. The number 61 of Josh Peacock by 3.5 seconds over the rest of the field. He is just wiping it here tonight in that number 61 machine. So green flag conditions really helping them there. Jason Salter running in that second spot in the number 10 machine trash painted graphics. Rick Gibson. Those guys all pretty much tied together, but he's in his own area code. Is the 61 Josh Peacock. I just can't believe how fast he is here tonight. Quite a bit faster than the rest of the field. The field's starting to catch him just a tad bit, but Josh already had a pretty lengthy lead, so that'll be something if it continues to be green there and that gap doesn't disappear by yellow. It's going to be really, really hard to overcome there if you're racing Jason or even Rick Gibson for that matter. Brett Rolls right there too. He moves up into the fourth spot. He got around Rocky Badfield there, that number 97 machine. So Rocky having a nice solid top 5 run. So we'll see what happens there with Rocky. Seems like he's slipping back just a tad bit. He's in the clutches there of Tyson Pankow. Pankow's starting to reel him in that X91 Motorsports car. So we'll see what happens. So just taking a look, we'll take a ride along here. We're not going to go on board, but we'll take a look at all the different things that are going on. I'm going to continue to try to do something with my arm here, so we'll take a brief second here. I don't want to hear you guys me yelling, so hold on. better now. So I've been watching the race, though, as it's been going on. Just watching Rick Gibson now. Has caught the tail end of number 10 of racing Jason Salter. See if he can do anything with him. Same way with Brett Rolls. Rolls is starting to come out through the field there. Looking pretty stout here in that 17 machine. We'll see what happens there. See if he's going to be able to get around here for maybe a top 3 at podium finish there. But Gibson, one of his teammates, so I know it's not going to be easy to get around the number 38 machine. Like I said, Josh Peacock out in his own area code right now. And the number 61 machine, we got 10 laps remaining here. And watching these guys go at it here for the second spot is Gibson now down to the bottom side, side-by-side battle down through turn number 4. Down the front straightaway there for the number 38 machine and the number 10 machine. As it looks like Salter going to hold on there for the second spot so far. Gibson still running a solid third, though, as he was able to get something. Then all of a sudden, it looked like the traction went away for that number 38 machine. As he dives it back down into the bottom again. That's going to be called what we call the slider line here. 8 laps remain. Looking to see if we can find a battle here on the field. Is Rocky Banfield right now probably the closest to a battle. There, the X91 Motorsports trying to make himself into the top 5. That is Tyson Pankow in the X91. He keeps looking to the bottom, but it looks like the bottom has kind of went away here tonight. And it looks like he's starting to slip slide around. And nobody really using the bottom. It's usually middle to high now, unless you're going to pull a slider like Pankow's trying to do right here. And he is not going to be able to complete it. Rocky Banfield able to slam the door shut there with 5 laps remaining here. DWRL Pro Late Model Tour here, brought to you in part by Bulletproof Motorsports. As Josh Peacock here, I should say coming off here, 5 to go, is Josh Peacock, your current race leader. His lead has dwindled, though. It was 3 seconds, now down to 2.1. So Salter on the move there. And then number 10 machine, I think he figured it was go time. And hopefully, I think he's going to run out of laps, though. Last time, let's see what he's going to do this time by here. But I just don't fathom him catching 2.0 seconds. So he's catching them, but not at a fast enough clip. As Peacock just motoring around here. He's going by that start-finish line. Once again, 4 laps remain here around the USA International Speedway for Bulletproof Motorsports own number 61, Josh Peacock. Can he take down the victory here tonight in Stop the Hard Motorsports streak? It looks like he's all about pretty much got it gathered in here. He's coming here out of turn number 4. We're going to see 3 more laps remaining here. As Salter really reeled him in last time by half a second. It was 1.533 now between himself and Salter. So last time by half a second faster than the number 61 machine of Josh Peacock. So Peacock's starting to fall apart as he goes way up the track there, right next to the cushion, trying to do something there on turn number 4. Popsicle looks like he's going to be there for that number 61 machine. I think we're just going to run out of time. Now Jason Salter down to 1.316. So Salter starting to reel him in, but not going to be quick enough, I don't believe. Going down the back straightaway here for the number 61. So we'll ride with Jason Salter. Look how close he is there. They come down through turn number 3. He's really hitting the top of the cushion there, ripping the lip for the 10 machine. They're going to see white flag in the air for the driver of the number 61 of Josh Peacock there. The Bulletproof Motorsports number 61 has one more trip here, about a back straightaway and 2 more corners now for the 61 to see if he can take down the victory. Stop the Hard Motorsports streak that they had going on for 3 in a row, down through turn number 3 and off at turn number 4. Picking up the feature win here at USA International Speedway, driver number 61, Josh Peacock. Second going to go to Jason Salter. Rick Gibson going to finish up in that 3rd spot. 4th, Brett Rolls, Rocky Battenfield, Tyson Pankow, Stephen Moore, Derek DeBree, Steve Robbins, Kyle Moyer. Round out your top 10. 11th through 15th will be Alex Cummings, Eric Eichstead, Eric Chopper, and then Jacob Lassner and Justin Holt. That is the 15th to 15th, 16th through, I'm going to say 20th. The cars left running on the Speedway was Justin Gledhill, Austin Miners, Henry Jones, Kyle Surratt, and Caleb. And the number 32 machine not starting the event here, Christopher Carmen, Jim Revis, and Brandon Gulp. Here's the 61 doing victory donuts down on the front straightaway. Well deserved there for the driver of the Bulletproof Motorsports number 61, Josh Peacock. So we're going to take a brief pause for the cause. Head on over to Discord and get our interview with the top 3 guys here on the Full Velocity Racing Network, your source for eSport racing. So we should be back here is getting an interview with our top 3 finishers here tonight. We're going to make our way down to BladeNote.com Victory Lane, as we're already down here, but we'll make it down to the celebratory Victory Lane here. We're going to catch up with the driver of the number 38 tonight, driver Rick Gibson, taking down a nice podium 50 for that number 38 machine. A great race for you, Rick. You lucked into winning your heat race. That was awesome. Gave you a good starting spot, and you were able to maintain it here tonight. Able to stay right up there. You looked pretty strong towards the end of that one. Looked like Peacock pretty much in maybe a zip code of his own right here tonight. But you were able to throw it to Jason Salter a couple different times. Tell us about your race here tonight.
Yeah, how about that heat race, huh? That was one for the finish, I guess. But no, yeah, it felt good. Yeah, I mean, Josh was in his own different area code out there, so just trying to run him down, and kept trying to throw something on Salter just to try and see if he would switch up his line or something like that, but it wasn't happening. So congrats on to both of those guys for running such a good run.
Yeah, you definitely had a good run too there, Rick. Holding on to the 3rd spot, podium finish. Get to talk to Full Velocity Racing Network here tonight. But I'm going to give you the microphone. The floor is all yours. Thank you. I'd like to thank here the best of the hard motorsports guys, Rick. So that's something to shout out about.
Yeah, some bragging rights for the next week or so. But no, just want to thank everybody at DWRL who puts on all this and does everything for us guys wanting to race, and you guys coming out here and putting on such an awesome broadcast. So all you guys, everybody watching, and all the guys back at Hart, and congrats to the number 1 and 2 finishes today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, driver of the number 38 here tonight, Rick Gibson, taking down 3rd. We're going to swing on over here to the driver of the Trash Panda Graphics X91 Motorsports, number 10, racing Jason Salter, picking up 2nd here tonight. Jason, it looked like you were starting to catch Josh towards the end of that one. He did have a 3.5 second lead. You dwindled that thing right down to 0.726. It looks like you just went late. It looks like your setup came in really late for you here tonight. Was that the case?
Yeah, at the beginning I was trying to put it in fuel conservation mode. I knew we didn't have enough to make the whole race if it went green the whole way, and I think I just gave up a little too long because I was sitting there talking to Josh, so he had about the same amount of fuel, so probably should have gone for it, but hindsight's 20/20.
Well, you never know. Picking up 2nd though, nice podium finish for the number 10 there tonight. Able to like you said, able to track him down. You knew you had a fast piece here tonight. You had a nice race there with Rick Gibson. Tell us about that.
Oh yeah, man, he had a lot of good battling there for a little while. He'd get underneath me, and I think he got above me at one point when we were racing against Rocky there, and had a really good race. But yeah, a lot of good battling all the way around the track.
Well, Jason, we'll give you the microphone one last time. We'll let you thank whoever would like to thank here tonight on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming out and racing with us. We're at DWRL. Enjoy having everybody come and run, having a good time. I thank Full Velocity Racing Network, Trash Panda Graphics, and X91 Motorsports.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, picking up second here tonight, driver of the number 10, the X91 Motorsports number 10. That is racing Jason Salter picking up second. We're going to make our way down to BladeNode.com victory lane with the Bulletproof Motorsports number 61. Josh Peacock, who is definitely in his own area code, his own zip code here tonight, whatever you want to call it. You were able to check out from the field. Salter was able to nip away at that the last 10 or 15 laps, though, Josh. But, man, you were out there so far. It just took him so long. He couldn't catch you. But a great run for that number 61 tonight. Tell us about it.
Man, I'm going to tell you right now, the luck was with me that the bell didn't ring and the caution didn't come out tonight. Jason was on a mission. He cut a lot of time down in a very short number of laps. And we looked up with this one, was able to break away early.
Yeah, and sometimes it's about starting position, especially at a track like this. You can get single filed out, get a nice little lead there. Jason Salter trying to save fuel, he said there towards the first part of that one. So he thought he wasn't going to be able to make it there towards the end of there. So you were able to get out to that lengthy lead. No yellow flag coming out, which was good there because it was mired there with yellow flags there at the beginning part of that. But you guys put on a clinic here tonight in that Bulletproof Motorsports number 61. Man, what a race for you.
Yeah, well, there's quite a few cautions early, and that kind of let me be comfortable with the fuel situation. I knew if we have 2 or 3 cautions, we should be able to make it. I think I finished with a gallon left in the tank, but yeah, there wasn't no holding back for me. I was pushing as hard as I felt comfortable with, and I remember Friday night we came here with a blow by, and every time I run the extreme high side and got up next to that wall, I knocked it down. So I forced myself to stay in the middle, play it safe, and I got lucky, and it worked out.
Yeah, but it's a big W here tonight, especially on a sponsor night here that Casey Brunson put up for Bulletproof Motorsports. So you got to win on a sponsored night by your team there. So that's a good thing, too, there, Josh. But I'm going to give the microphone. The floor is all yours. Take your think.
Well, first off, I think I'm my teammates, Bulletproof Motorsports. Without those guys, I wouldn't be half the driver where I am. I thank my sponsors, Tim Cummings at CCM Custom Graphics and Engraving, for all he does. I'll give a shout out to J Max. Check him out on Facebook at JMax Journeys. And I'll give a shout out to Milner Media Design and a shameless plug for JP Designs putting this badass wrap on the car. Give a shout out to Jim, Jason, Eric for putting this deal on, and you guys for doing an excellent job broadcasting.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to end it from BladeNode.com victory lane with the driver of the number 61. That is Josh Peacock there taking down the victory on his sponsored night for his team. There, so that's good to see the number 61 take down that victory. Great race towards the end of this one. Those guys, a lot of green flag laps going on, a lot of different things here. The USA International Speedway. But we're going to get geared up, ready to rock and roll there for the BladeNode.com Sunday Night Shootout Series. Will be coming your way next here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. And that will be a barn burner in itself. It always lives up to its right there. So we'll see who's going to take down the victory in the street stocks here in just a little bit, but got to thank our great sponsors here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. Got to thank Hanover Record Service, iRacing, iFlag, Loyal's Trucking, CMC Customs Designs and Engraving, BladeNode.com, South Texas Speedway, Monstar Productions, Hard Motorsports, TDR-Racing.net, Trash Panda Graphics, and Ice Dad Wraps. I'm Todd Stanton, signing off for now. We'll see you in just a little bit. BladeNode.com Sunday Night Shootout Series coming your way from the USA International Speedway about 8:15 Eastern Time, so join us then.